What is up, my Tickle Me crew? This is Chad here, bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this battle was also against a subscriber named Steven. And Steven is bringing the Conkeldurr, the Mega Gardevoir, Salamence, Scizor, Mienshao, and Zoroark. While I am bringing the Sylveon, Jellicent, Mega Garchomp, Weezing, Mandibuzz, and Chandelure. Looking at Steven's team, it's definitely threatening. The Conkeldurr, the Mega Gardevoir, Salamence, Scizor. Those Pokemon are really strong, and I was quite scared of them. I was also thinking that he's probably going to lead off with Zoroark, because Zoroark is like a really good lead Pokemon, because Zoroark gets an ability called Illusion, which makes it change its form, depending on whatever Pokemon is in his last slot of his party. So like, if Salamence was the last Pokemon in his party, it would look like Salamence, but it would still act like a Zoroark. So this battle was actually really good. This is probably the best battle that I've had on my channel so far, so definitely watch this battle. If you watch any of my battles, watch this one. It's amazing. I apologize that I can't live commentate this battle, because when we had this battle I was downstairs, not upstairs, so I'm gonna have to post commentate this one. So with that said, let's get started with the battle. So the battle begins, and as I said, I thought that he was going to lead off with Zoroark, so I decided to lead off with my Sylveon, because Fairy is super effective against Dark types. He leads off with Conkeldurr. Now, I wasn't sure if this was the real Conkeldurr or not, but either way it wouldn't have mattered, because Fairy is super effective against Fighting and Dark, so even if it was the Zoroark, it wouldn't have mattered. So he's going to switch into Scizor, and I'm going to get off the Hyper Voice. Now I'm going to definitely have to switch out, because I don't want to take a Bullet Punch, because Steel's super effective against Fairy, so I'm going to switch into Weezing. I do have the Will-O-Wisp on this Weezing, which can burn him in half his attack. He gets off the Bullet Punch, and it does so much damage, but then I saw it was a crit, so then I was just kind of like, okay, that's fine. He's not going to do that much damage anymore, because it was just a lucky crit. So he's going to get the hell out, fearing the Will-O-Wisp. He's going to U-turn out, and he goes into Salamence. This was a major problem. I tried to burn the Salamence, and I do land the Will-O-Wisp. I actually thought I missed here for a second, but this battle was a few nights ago, so forgive me if I forget some things. So luckily for me, his Salamence's attack is cut in half. I'm going to switch out, because I'm fearing like the special Salamence or something. So I'm going to go into Pringles, my Jellicent. He's going to set up the Substitute, which is fine for me, because Burn is just going to take out more HP. So he's going to start going for Dragon Dances, and this is kind of scary, because yeah, Burn cut his attack, but now he's getting his attack back. So that's kind of, you know, scary, but I'm going to go for the Scald. It doesn't even break his sub. I totally forgot that Dragon resists water. So I was like, fuck, I messed up. So I'm going to switch here, and I'm trying to remember what I go into. Okay, I go back into Sylveon, because Fairy is super effective against Dragon. So I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice as he goes for the Earthquake. I knew that I could take this Earthquake pretty well, because my Sylveon is physically defensive. But even that Earthquake does a lot of damage, and he's burned. But then again, he did get the Dragon Dance up. But Burn is starting to take a toll on him. I know I can stall him out now. So he's just going to keep going for Earthquake, as I believe I go for the Wish. I think. Let's see. I do go for the Wish, so yeah, I'm just trying to stall him out, try to kill off his Salamence, because Salamence is a major threat after a Dragon Dance, even though it's burned. So this next turn, he's going to die, and I'm going to get all of my HP back, which is great for me. But I do believe he goes into his Scizor, I think. No, he goes into Mienshao. That's not a problem, because Mienshao's a fighting type. But he does have the Poison Jab. I thought this was going to kill, but Sylveon is a freaking beast. I live, but I get poisoned, and that scared me, because I thought I was going to lose my Sylveon right here. But luckily for me, the Wish kicks in before the Poison, so I am going to be able to save my Sylveon. So that was major right there. So Mienshau's out of the way, so he's not going to be able to do his high jump kick shenanigans. So I believe he goes into Scizor now. Yes, he does. So I'm going to have to obviously switch out, fearing the Bullet Punch. I believe I go back into Weezing, but he carries the Pursuit, so that's going to do a decent amount. Or actually, it doesn't do that much, but still, my Sylveon's taking a lot of damage. No, I go into Chandelure, I'm sorry. So I just go for the Flamethrower because I am Choice Scarfed. I know I'm going to outspeed, and that takes out his Scizor, so that was great. Major threat out of the way. So he's going to go into his Conkeldurr. Again, I'm not sure if this is the actual Conkeldurr or the Zoroark, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go back into Sylveon, which, I don't know, this might have been a bad play because I really needed to get my Sylveon back up to like full HP. My biggest downfall in this battle was letting Sylveon die. If I had Sylveon, this battle would have gone so much better. But he's going to get the knockoff off and knock off my leftovers, which is major. I'm going to go for the Wish, and I believe I go for Protect on the next turn. I believe, now that I've seen the knockoff, I think this is the real Conkeldurr because I'm not sure if Zoroark gets knockoff. It might. So my Sylveon unfortunately dies there, so I go into Weezing. He goes for U-turn, so this is in fact the Zoroark. I wasn't sure at that point. But he's going to switch into Mega Gardevoir, which means I'm going to have to switch out, fearing the Psychic attack. So he's going to trace my Levitate. That's not a big deal. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp, but I miss. Ugh. I miss the burn chance. It sucks. But I'm going to switch out now. And I'm going to go back into Pringles. And I was thinking I could like Toxic him. And just rack up Toxic damage. He's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, which is a major problem. This Gardevoir is like... It's just... Ugh, it destroys me. So he has the Psyshock, which actually does physical defense damage rather than special defense because Jellicent is a special defense monster. So he's going to take me out with another Psyshock, which blows because he's faster. So down goes my Jellicent, and that was really bad for me. So I'm going to switch into Chandelure. I knew I could outspeed because I have the Choice Scarf again. So he is going to switch into the Conkeldurr or the Zoroark, whichever. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. Not sure how much damage this is going to do. It doesn't do that much. So I'm going to switch out fearing... Actually, I don't know why I switched out there. Oh, okay. He was going to go for Rock Slide. So yeah, it's a good thing I switched there. I'm going to go into Weezing to tank the Rock Slide. And now I'm just going to try to burn him with the Will-O-Wisp. I do get it off, but unfortunately Conkeldurr... This is the real Conkeldurr because I saw the Rock Slide. Unfortunately, he probably has Guts. So the only good thing about me burning him is that it gets residual damage, but Guts actually boosts his attack, which is a major problem. So I'm just going to have to kind of stall him out a little bit. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower just to get a little extra damage on him, as he just keeps going for the Rock Slide. I believe that I just keep going for Flamethrower at this point. I'm getting a little bit of recovery from Black Sludge. And, okay, no, I switch here. I'm sorry. Don't remember this battle all the way. I switch into Mega Garchomp. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. I knew that I could take the Rock Slide pretty well. But even that Rock Slide, it does a decent amount. But, anyway, he is about to die to his burn. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I believe I go for the Earthquake, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to go for the Mach Punch just to get a little bit of extra damage, which is a major problem because now I'm under half. So my Garchomp is not looking too healthy right now. So that is a dead Conkeldurr. He is going to send out the Gardevoir. Now, I was thinking that I could take it out with like an Earthquake, but this is actually the Zoroark. So he's going to take me out with a Sucker Punch. And that sucks. Losing Garchomp, like, ugh, it was terrible. I'm going to go into Mandibuzz as he knocks off my leftovers. and I'm going to knock off whatever he's holding. And this is when I actually see that it is in fact the Zoroark, which I already knew after seeing the knockoff. I knock off his black glasses. That's an interesting item choice, I guess. But it worked for him. So he's going to U-turn out, and I believe he goes into the real Gardevoir. He does, which is very bad for me because if he has Hyper Voice or Moonblast, that's super effective against my Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz does not have like a really good special defense. He goes for the Thunderbolt instead, so I'm thinking he doesn't have the Fairy move. Maybe, I don't know. But that's going to take out my Mandibuzz. I'm going to go back into Hugs Not Drugs, the Weezing. He's going to go for the Psyshock. It's going to take me out. Now, I don't know why I went into Weezing right there, to be honest, but so now I'm going to go into Chandelure. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, and that is in fact going to take out the Gardevoir. I should have done that the first time, but whatever. So he's going to send out the Zoroark. It is his last Pokemon, I believe. So I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower here as he goes for the Sucker Punch. I was praying I could live it, but I can't. And that is a dead Chandelure. And to top it all off, my Flame Body burns him. So that just kind of rubs it in my face even more. But anyway, guys, that was an amazing battle, Steven. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I hope you guys will enjoy my future battles. So like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and toodles.